In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 ways that you can finally avoid the Facebook time suck. Hey everybody, Katie Lance here, founder and CEO of Katie Lance Consulting, the Get Social Smart Academy, and author of the book, Get Social Smart. And it's episode 148 of the Get Social Smart show, and we're going to talk about avoiding the Facebook time suck. If you like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell button because we have new videos that come out each and every week. Yes, Facebook can be a huge time suck. I often feel like when I'm on Facebook, I'm standing on the side of the freeway watching cars fly by. And so how can you avoid that time suck? I'm going to give you 3 easy tips that you can implement immediately. Number 1, be intentional. Be intentional. I'm a big believer in Focus 5. Focus 5 is when you're on Facebook or Instagram, but especially Facebook, take a moment to connect with 5 people. I do this every morning as I'm drinking my cup of coffee and I'm opening up Facebook. Instead of just mindlessly scrolling, I'm being really intentional and I'm thinking, who are the 5 people I can connect with on Facebook? Now, that doesn't mean be a drive-by liker. That doesn't mean open up Facebook and just like a bunch of things and then leave. Don't be that person. Don't be annoying. Don't be creepy. But take a few minutes to connect and meaningfully comment. So for example, if I see that someone just got an award at work or they just got a job promotion or they're going on a great vacation, I will take a minute to leave a meaningful comment. And if you've heard any of our other videos, you know that when it comes to a meaningful comment in the land of Facebook, that means a comment that's at least 4 words. So instead of saying congrats, I might say, congrats, Joe, I'm so excited for you and your family. Instead of saying great pic, I might say, what an amazing picture, Mary. Where did you take this? Do you see how that's different? So take the time every day, Focus 5. The reason why that's really important, by the way, is that relationships are built with small, tiny interactions over the course of time. Every like, every comment, every share, it adds up. So what's the business reason behind doing this? It's because real estate's a relationship business. And part of why you need to be on social media is to build those relationships. It's a small thing that makes a big difference. My second tip to avoid the time suck is have a plan. You have to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, well, you're just sort of, hoping that something's going to happen. You got to have a plan. And what I recommend is time blocking. You've got to get something on your schedule. If you're like me, if it's not on the schedule, it's just not going to happen. So what we recommend is that you time block on a daily, weekly, monthly, and even yearly basis. On a daily basis, you want to set aside a few minutes a day where you're going to check your notifications, respond to every comment, and also Focus 5. So that could be 10 or 15 minutes in the morning, it might be a few minutes at lunch, and it might be a few minutes in the evening. Should be just a few minutes every day. In terms of weekly, set aside 30 to 60 minutes once a week where you're going to schedule or create some content for the week ahead. Now, I don't mean set it and forget it. I don't mean schedule everything for, 2 years and then forget about it. But taking some time once a week to schedule for the week ahead makes a big difference. I've been doing this for quite some time. I do it every Friday. For me, Friday tends to be a little bit of a quiet day. And I will look, especially when it comes to Facebook, I will look at my Facebook business page and see what content I already have scheduled, what's coming up on my calendar, what do I want to promote? What content do I want to repurpose? Did I do a Facebook Live a few days ago that I want to reshare that replay? Did I do a video 4 or 5 days ago that I want to reshare? Do I have a graphic I can repurpose? And so it's a great opportunity to repurpose content and to think ahead. And the value of doing that, of course, is that consistency builds trust. Right? When you have that consistent quality content on your Facebook business page, you're building trust and you're more likely to get engagement and generate business from Facebook, and you're going to avoid the time suck. Now, also when it comes to time blocking, I recommend that you time block monthly. I'm a huge believer in batch creating content. You guys have heard me talk about this before, where you set aside a couple hours once a month where you're going to either record video or maybe record podcast content, or you're going to create graphics. And once you get in that mode, it's much easier to do multiple videos or multiple graphics or multiple podcasts versus just one. So time block monthly, and then once a year, set aside 1 or 2 days once a year where you're going to look back at the following year. You're going to look at your analytics. You're going to see what are your top performing pieces of content, and having a plan is key. A lot of times people will come up to me and they'll say, I don't have time for social media. And I will often challenge that and say, it's probably that you don't have the time. It just might be that you don't have the system yet. So you've got to create a system. It makes a big difference. The third way to avoid the time suck, and this might be an unpopular thing to say, but it might be time for you to unfollow, unfriend, and unlike a few things on Facebook. Yeah, I'm saying it. I'm giving you permission to unfollow, maybe unfriend, and even unlike a few things over on Facebook. And I'm a big believer. I was just talking to a good friend of mine about this recently. You know, when you look at your Facebook news feed, you want your Facebook news feed to be a reflection of who you are. You want it to be with people who support you. There's that phrase, your vibe attracts your tribe, which I'm a big believer in. So every once in a while, it might be time to kind of clean it up. Maybe you're not ready to unfriend that person that maybe isn't the greatest influence in your life, but unfollow. Take yourself out of those groups that are just really noisy. Unlike some pages that aren't giving you value. And sometimes it's worth it just to kind of clean it up a little bit to make your feed as streamlined as possible. You can also use things as lists. Facebook lists are one of my favorite tools. It's an oldie but goodie if you've been following me for any period of time. You can go to facebook.com/bookmarks/lists, facebook.com/bookmarks/lists on your computer, and you can actually take your friend list and organize them into private lists. So I have a list of my past clients, I have a list of my college buddies, you can make a list of your family, friends, whatever it might be, and those private lists can kind of help clean up your news feed and really help you avoid the time suck. At the end of the day, it really does come down to having a plan, being intentional, and really taking control of your time. That's the name of the game. You know, a lot of times I talk to folks when it comes to social media and they will ask me how much time should they spend on social media? And I will often say, well, how much time do you spend answering your voicemail? How much time do you spend answering your email? See, we never really think about that because it's just part of our business. And so I encourage you to think of social media in that same regard, but at the same time, be really intentional. Don't get sucked into political posts and cat videos and what someone had for breakfast. All right? So I would love to hear from you. Do you struggle with Facebook and the time suck? Let me know in the comments below. I would imagine if you're like most people, you probably struggle with that. And what other struggles do you have with Facebook? Is there something else we could help you with? Let us know in the chat below. And for more tips, tools, and strategy on everything social media, please visit us over at katielance.com.